Hello students, future students, students that I've had in the past. I'd like to say I'm kind of missing being at work, missing being there, hands-on teaching. An effort to kind of stay in touch with my students and maybe reach out to some future students. We're putting together a few videos. Vocational school teachers are. So today I'm just going to be telling you a little bit about myself. Some of you guys that's had me already know somewhat about me, but I'm Jonathan Crabtree. I teach welding at Cumberland Youth Development Center. I'm 44 years old. The major part of my life has been welding and fabrication. It's played a big part in my life. I've always earned a decent income from welding. It just seemed to be, I grew up around welding. My dad was a welder. He ran a welding shop, so I just seemed to be kind of born into that pathway. So welding for me is something that's really important. So I'm going to tell you a few things that I teach at the shop. I do teach. You're going to notice if you get in my class that we focus a lot on safety, and one of those reasons, I've been in the industry for I really don't know how many years, maybe 20 years in the welding industry, and one reason that I'm going to focus a lot on safety is I have saw firsthand some accidents, some things that's happened, and I don't want those things to happen to any of my students, myself, or anybody around us. So safety is going to be one of my biggest concerns. Other than that, I want to be able to teach you how to weld. If you're interested in welding, we do teach SMAW, which is shielded metal arc welding. You'll hear that referred to a lot as arc welding, stick welding. It's kind of the basic. I think it's the place to start to learn to be a welder. We have different processes. We have gas metal arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding. We have oxy-fuel cutting and welding. So you'll use what we call a plasma torch and oxy-fuel for cutting. So you'll have a few different cutting processes. We also have some machines. We have a shear. We have some grinders that we'll be using. There's a lot of hand tools that are involved. Safety, like I say, we always wear our safety glasses. We don't want anybody hurt. But I'd like to say, while you're young, I'd like to encourage you to take the opportunities that you have. Let's say you're in Lake Cumberland Youth Development Center. We have welding classes, we have carpentry classes. I would like to encourage you to take every opportunity that you have to learn each skill, each trade, so that you can find the one that's right for you. In today's time, most school systems, we do kind of push people toward going to college. Everybody's kind of set up to go to get a 4-year degree, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's the path that you choose. What I do see, and this is just me, I know there's some statistics out there, there's information you can read, but these days we do have a lot more people going to college. We have a lot more people with degrees. We have a lot more people that are going into different professional avenues. And what I'm saying, what I'm getting to is it leaves a big area wide open for skilled laborers. So I would encourage you to take every opportunity. Come to my class. Try welding. You may love welding. Welding may be something you've never thought of, and you may fall in love with it. You may think, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do in my life. If not, then what have you lost? You've not really lost anything. What you've gained is, now I know that I want to move to something else. Maybe you want to try carpentry. And I'm going to say this too, I don't think anybody would ever regret learning how to weld. even if you don't use welding as a career choice. There's always, you may have a grandpa, an uncle, a buddy some of these years, some of these days that needs something welded, needs something cut, and maybe you have the access to the machinery, and you can step up and help them out. So I don't think it's a negative thing to learn how to weld, even if you don't end up using it for a career. So yeah, I'm going to say take every opportunity, each technical area that you can get into, learn those areas, find the one that you like, and go with it. I do want to say, as you're in vocational school classes, mine included, or wherever you're at, try to treat that class like employment. Treat your vocational instructor as you would a future employer, because I can tell you that my high school welding instructor, I still have a close relationship with him. I can't tell you how many times he's helped me through the years. I've used him on references to job applications. He's always been there, and there's a reason. The reason for that is I've got a decent relationship with him. I was always at class on time. I did my work. I worked. I'm not going to say I wasn't an exceptional student, but I showed up and I did what was expected for the most part. So if you do like working with your hands, if you think you'd like to learn a hands-on skill, I would invite you, and I look forward to having you in class. If it's something that you want to go for, I do offer the first thing on my list is a welder's helper. It usually, if a student comes into my class, just your average paced student, welder's helper is attainable within, well, I'm going to say a month and a half of school time. Then I have a state certification. I have 3 state certifications that I've been working with. Some of you students that have been in my class before, you guys can talk about it. Y'all can explain it to the new students, kind of how that process goes. The certification test that I offer, they are pass-fail, and they're not like a test that you've taken in the past. These are hands-on work. You'll be taking 2 pieces of steel. You're going to be using an arc welder, using a stick welder to weld those plates together. You're going to grind them down flat. And when you're finished, you have made 1 piece out of 2 pieces of steel. If that sounds interesting to you, I think you would enjoy my class. So with that being said, I'm excited to get back into the classroom. I want to be able to teach. If you're interested, I can teach you to weld. I can teach you to cut. We touch base with some fabrication. It's something that I love, and there's a few of you out there that's going to love it with me, and I enjoy teaching it. And I think that's all I've got for today. We'll be uploading videos, maybe 1 or 2 a week, so just be watching out for more videos, and we'll see you next time.